You want Cartoon Dumpster Dive to cover Project G.e.E.K.E.R? I am so on top of that. Joel.
Yes, Andrew.
This week, this guy wanted, you know why we're covering this?
Why?
This guy was so passionate. It was the same guy who did Sheep in the Big City. He requested that one on Apple Review. He was so adamant about us requesting this one. His name is Seth. He emailed me and found us on Instagram and messaged me there. And I was like, God. Damn, that's dedication. Okay. Top of the list. You know what I mean? And you know what? While I respect his passion, I really wish he hadn't have requested this, because this was a monumental letdown based on the picture I was shown.
Really? You thought the show itself was just the worst thing that you've watched?
It's definitely up there with shit that I was like, this sucks. It was annoying. That was the worst part about it. Like, it wasn't.
Okay, yep.
And I have a little theory on why I didn't like it so much, but I don't know, it's animated okay-ish. 90s-esque animation. But it's just like, there's such a great show in there. There's just one thing you have to take out. But before we get into that, Joel, let's review that theme song.
Let's hit it.
Future. Mr. Moloch created me, an artificial human codenamed Project G.e.E.K.E.R. I am known as G.e.E.K.E.R, and my synthetic body has almost unlimited power. Moloch plans to use me to conquer the world. But Lady Macbeth, a streetwise thief, stole me before I could receive the programming which would force me to be Moloch's fighting machine. Lady Macbeth was helped by a super intelligent dinosaur, Noah. That's me, G.e.E.K.E.R.
And that's me. It's too bad I can't control my powers better, because Mr. Moloch wants me back really bad. And without Lady Macbeth and Noah, I'd be a bucket of extra crispy.
This thing goes on.
Hey, it's way
too long.
God. It's definitely like a 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay, I'm going to give it a 2.
Okay.
With you. I think that's a perfect score for this. This thing goes on entirely way too long. And I'm sorry, if it takes you, what was it, like 40 seconds to explain the plot of your show?
It's too much.
It's too much. You've got too much going on for it.
So, Joel, how did this get made?
So, Andrew, Project G.e.E.K.E.R. It was created for CBS. That's where it aired. But created by Douglas TenNapel.
Okay.
You know who that is?
I do, but I want you to, like...
The creator.
Yeah.
Yes, the creator of Earthworm Jim and Doug Langdale, who also worked on the animated series of Earthworm Jim.
Nice.
Produced by Columbia TriStar. Music on this was done by Sean Patterson. But that's it, Andrew. I could not find anything else about this. Like,
this one is a tough. That one was a tough nut to crack. I will say it was canceled after 1 season, respectfully so. And the FCC rejected CBS's claim to classify the show as educational and informational, which is
good.
I assume so they could get a tax break. I assume that's why they were like, they tried to make it educational. I assume there's a tax break for that. I didn't look too much into it.
Watching this series and finding out that the creator of it was basically Earthworm Jim.
Oh, it
makes
shows.
100%. It shows. It makes all the sense. You see it immediately. You're like, okay, nope, yep, that makes sense.
So let's go ahead and get into the voice cast.
Yeah, please.
So the voice cast for Project G.e.E.K.E.R is Brad Garrett is Noah, Captain Wormhole. Jim Cummings is Mr. Moloch, Will Dragon. Cosmodo, Gate Guardian. Nightmare Bunny mascots and a wristband. Cree Summer is Lady Macbeth, Nanny Sony. Billy West is Geeker, Adam Junker, and Delivery Man, Male Pinker Officer, Toll Booth Operator. Charlie Adler is Dr. Maston, Jake Dragon, and Gene Damage. And Kevin Michael Richardson is Stonebender, and Mall Security Guard, Pinker Officer 2, and Scared Citizen.
All right.
For their other works, do you ever feel like the 90s is just the same?
Oh, yeah.
15
the same,
people.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like Jim Cummings, Billy West, Phil Lamar, Kevin Michael Richardson. They all got together and they're like, you know what? Let's just kind of control the 90s for a while. So for their other works, we have Brad Garrett is Eeyore in the Christopher Robin movie. Jim Cummings is Curly in Under the Boardwalk, and Shredder in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawls 2.
All right.
Cree Summers is Princess Kida in Atlantis The Lost Empire.
Ooh,
Billy West is Ren in Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl.
All
Charlie Adler is Starscream in the Transformers Michael Bay movie series. And finally, Kevin Michael Richardson is Magic Koopa in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Woohoo!
There you go. So let me get, first of all, G.e.e.K.E.R is the single most annoying character I've ever suffered through on a television screen. He didn't get his powers, as he explained in the intro, so he's literally a drooling, random catchphrase idiot.
Yeah.
And it wears off almost immediately.
It does not hold up. You get very tired of that character.
If you took him out and it was just Lady Macbeth and Noah, the smart dinosaur, it would be a better show. I don't know what the plot would be, just maybe a villain of the week. Or also, I will say, Stonebender, great character design.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like everybody but G.e.e.K.E.R has a great character design. Lady Macbeth looks sick. Noah looks fucking awesome. He's a T-Rex.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a hat and a shirt. And it's fucking great. I love seeing dinosaurs in clothes. I'm like, that's my shit right there. That's fucking cool.
Dude, this show, you said it perfectly earlier, Andrew, that there was so much about this show that I want to love.
Yeah.
There was like this cartoon, and because of one character who happens to be your main focus, is so insufferable that you can't like the rest of it, because it is you take him out, the rest of the show is fantastic.
It really is much better without him. I also think that a lot of Douglas TenNaples' ideas, his best ideas were in Earthworm Jim, and maybe these were some left out in a sketch pad.
They
Would you
must
try
have
a chocolate monkey? The Geeker seems to want to. I don't know what that is. He just wants one. He's like, can I have a chocolate monkey? And I'm like, that sounds like a sex move. This sounds like something I would read on Urban Dictionary. And I'd be like, oh, it's another poop one. But
see, I thought of it more as a ice cream treat. You know,
well,
like
he
it
says
would be
ice cream in other episodes.
True, but
so
me
a chocolate
personally,
monkey must be something different.
I thought of it as, hey, it's like kind of like a, Klondike ball. It's like you're going to get this ice cream that's like wrapped around this like chocolate exterior in the shape of a monkey, and it will have like maybe banana slices.
Maybe it's like, a brass monkey, because brass monkey is, if I remember correctly, it's is Colt 40 with orange soda.
Maybe.
So maybe it's a Colt 40 with chocolate sauce.
I don't know. Gross. Whatever
would
it
explain
is.
Why he drools a bunch if he's fucking slamming those every other day.
He's waking up just shotgunning.
That explains his behavior. He's a shape-shifting alcoholic.
So really, it's just Lady Macbeth is babysitting a drunk.
Yeah. It happens.
Hey, maybe if you watch the show through that lens, maybe it's a fantastic show.
It might be a great show. I don't know. The twins that are like, they speak all godfathery. They're like, you need to come with us in an inconspicuous way.
Hilarious.
I like those guys. There was one line, they're like, hey, anyone ever tell you that you guys look alike? And he goes, yeah, or mother, on account of the fact it comes with the program when you're typically born as twins. So
the show, there was so many good stuff about this show, like the character design.
Yeah.
I mean, like even the bad guys.
Dr. Maston, who's a fucking mastodon professor.
Fantastic.
That's a rejected Earthworm Jim boss.
Oh yeah.
By the way, absolutely. They just couldn't shoehorn. They just couldn't make a level for him. That's why he's not in Earthworm Jim.
But he's awesome. I loved him. I thought the design, everything about him was so cool.
I did too. I also want to figure out what in their pitch to the FCC what did they play for them where they were like, yeah, this is supposed to be educational? What clip? What pitch?
See, that's why I feel like the only thing that they could have stood on is, the characters learn a very valuable lesson in this episode. That's it, because...
See, I thought it was going to be like, he controls things on a molecular level, right? So you could learn chemistry from him because of the way he does things, because of the way he manipulates matter. And then I could definitely see like a FCC guy going like, get the hell out of my office.
that must have been it, because like I feel like if you just said your message, and if you actually had some sort of a concrete message, they probably would have proved it. But you must be right, because there's nothing educational about this.
The subplot of they're racist against dinosaurs, it is explored one episode and then never again. What the fuck, man? There's a story, there's a series right there that's 10 times more interesting than what we have right now. Racist dinosaur future that doesn't fucking make your dick wiggle a little bit. It made mine. That's all I'm saying.
That would have been amazing.
Smart dinosaurs in clothes. That's always the right decision. no matter what. And I'm mad at this show for almost ruining dinosaurs in clothing for me.
But it was all because of the main character, right?
It was. It's because of the main fucking guy. He's too annoying. Make him a sad character.
So,
I don't know. I feel like it was trying too hard to be funny. You know, like you got that one friend who's like, he's like way too fucking jokey. Yeah. And he's just like, I'll have what she's having. Or like he only quotes memes. And you're like, you gotta fucking stop this. You're scaring the hoes.
You're scaring the hoes.
You're scared, whatever.
What was it from the Freaknik? The like, what you find bitches up to? You're scaring the bitches.
Scaring the bitches, man. Exactly. There's always that one friend who's like, are you Geeker's the guy is your friend who like instead of coming up with real jokes, he quotes Family Guy all the time.
Oh yeah.
He's that guy. And you're just
that guy.
Yeah, I remember that episode from 2006. That was fucking great.
So,
you're gonna buy me stuff? Okay, we can still be friends.
We can still be friends. Oh, you gonna take me out? Okay.
You're gonna take us out. You're gonna take us out bar hopping? All right.
All right, let's do this.
And then he talks, and then he goes, this is exactly like when Brian and Quagmire, and you're like, fuck, well, we're not getting laid tonight, are we?
You're like, you know what? Should we get more shots? Should we get more drinks? Let's get more drinks.
Hey, is this tab still open? Yep, right here. All around. Come on, hurry up. It's starting to wear off.
I've been
trying to quit drinking. Like I've been sober for a pretty long time. If you've been listening to this podcast, you gotta get rid of that fucking friend.
Yeah. He'll force you to drink. It's the only way.
They'll be like, but the memes I send you. I'm like, that's precisely why this is fucking happening, you goddamn black hole of despair.
You're one text away from being blocked.
You're one fucking meme away from being blocked. Actually, your meme friend is no longer your meme friend. He's your TikTok friend.
Oh yeah.
It's like I feel like I send people a lot of TikToks, but like we can talk. I have friends that like that's all I get sent. I have a friend who sends me Reels, TikToks, and Instagram videos all through each social media. Keeping in mind, Facebook is the only social media with my mug on it. And I still just get an onslaught. So I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, cool. A request for a cartoon or an ad opportunity. No, goddamn Instagram reel. Someday, maybe HelloFresh will send us a TikTok one day.
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh. We got Flint Mints once. That's more than I thought we'd ever do.
Get $80 off your next box of HelloFresh.
Have a bunch pile up in your house and then forget to make them so you can throw away rotted food. HelloFresh. Yeah, it's coming. That's what happened when I ordered HelloFresh, at least.
I was about to say that.
Shit, I got another. I just started making them. I just like, are you going to eat that? No, it's going to go bad. We got to keep making this shit. Okay, we're getting way off topic. So we're going to move to your reoccurring.
Hang on. I wanted to kind of talk about this because I've been trying to understand, because I feel like Earthworm Jim,
right?
Even the cartoon
kills it. It's a great
had
cartoon,
some success,
which we covered.
Bam! I'm trying to
in
figure
one
out
of our episodes. You'll have to go back.
Where was the disconnect here? Because the character is very Earthworm Jim-esque, and I'm just trying to figure out what about him or his settings was just so bad while Earthworm Jim was so good.
The world is not built with G.e.K.E.R in mind. The world the world is built with Lady Macbeth and Noah, and G.e.K.E.R is supposed to be the comic relief in an otherwise serious animated product. That is what I think happens. And it's because he's so jarringly, because Earthworm Jim is built around the concept of Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Project G.e.K.E.R is built around the supporting characters, and then G.e.K.E.R is thrown in last minute, and it's by design. G.e.K.E.R is supposed to be disruptive and annoying to them, but you're supposed to find him endearing and funny and earnest, which he is none of those things.
No.
That is why Earthworm Jim works better than Project G.e.K.E.R, even though they are basically similar shows.
Yeah.
The villains aren't goofy in this show. The villains are goofy in Earthworm Jim. So you have that disconnect too, because there's a dial in which there is a limit to how silly you can make a character in a serious project before you get annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, even Deadpool, most of the best stories that he has, he's not goofy the entire time. There has to be a semi-serious side to your comedic character. Otherwise, he's literally an annoying rubber hose cartoon character and an otherwise probably pretty good cartoon. That cartoon, like, right with G.e.K.E.R in the show, I would rate Project G.e.K.E.R about like a 2 or a 3.
Okay.
If he was not in it and they wrote the plot around Lady Macbeth and Noah, I would give this show at least a 7 or an 8 without question, without a second thought. Like, just change nothing except for maybe they're going after Noah because he's a dinosaur. Hell, they could be like, it could be like they're trying to find Dinoopolis.
Dude,
like
they
the corporation, and they're just like, maybe they're a greedy oil tycoon, and they're like, we can make oil out of them. And then Lady Macbeth and Noah, they're like the resistance or whatever to like keep them safe.
I think you might be right. I think they could have just toned down the antics of G.e.K.E.R.
If they cranked him down to like, he's at 11, he needs to be at like maybe a 9.
I was about to say, put him at a 6.
Yeah.
And this show would have been fantastic. It probably would have lasted, have more serious elements of G.e.K.E.R mixed in with like him being random comedy, stuff like that. It would have been so much better. But you are right. It's the world around him.
Mm-hmm.
You put that. It's
just a tad too serious for what he's in.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't work out very well for him.
No.
So, Joel, I believe it's time for your new reoccurring segment, reviews that are the geek and reviews that are the popular kid.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. It's a rough one.
It's okay. It's very fitting for the review section this week,
reviews
Andrew.
That are a chocolate monkey and reviews that are a fucking something else that's also annoying.
Chocolate hippo, a vanilla hippo. I don't know what's the
vanilla hippo. Ooh, that sounds good. Changed my mind on the whole show now. No.
And the chocolate monkey doesn't. And so this actually has 96 reviews, coming in at a 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Is this our first double-digit review, like reviewed thing? Like, this didn't even crack 100.
I don't know if we've done other ones before.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one, so no recent reviews. So all the reviews were before IMDb ever even put in their star system.
Okay.
So there are no 1-star review, but I've got just one for you. It's titled "Busy and Weird, but Very Memorable" or memorable. Yeah, sorry, memorable.
No problem.
This was my favorite cartoon in the 5th grade, one of the last Saturday morning cartoons that interested me. What I noticed about Lady Macbeth is she is almost the twin of Leah from Futurama. The long high-placed ponytail and computerized contraption on the forearm, Buttocks, Buttermix figure, freakish facade. Lady Macbeth is bald except for the ponytail, and Leah with the one eye, and the no-nonsense attitude. G.e.E.K.e.R also looked like the animated version of Jim Carrey character in Dumb and Dumber, the animated series. So that's it, but really I'll go and tell you, the other reviews are doing nothing but singing this show's praise.
Yeah, I feel like nostalgia is carrying a lot of this.
And, honestly, if I was a kid in the 90s, this might have, piqued my interest a little bit.
This would have annoyed the shit out of me as a kid.
It is peak 90s cartoon, though.
It is.
It is. But all in all, Andrew,
mad that they didn't show the dinosaur.
Yeah. Honestly, to me, this was just it was a project that had a lot of good stuff going for them, but the one bad thing that they had was just you couldn't get around it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's sad when the main character ruins his own show. So you can find this all on on YouTube very easily.
Yep.
I do not recommend watching it, but if you want to, you can. But I believe that wraps up Project G.e.e.K.e.R. Any closing thoughts, Joel?
Save your time. Don't watch it.
If you have nostalgic feelings for it, definitely save your time and don't go back.
Leave it in that happy part of
Leave it in the past.
Your memory. Yep.
Leave those rose-tinted nostalgia glasses on. That's why you listen to us, so you can be like, oh, I better not go back.
No.
If you would like to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/cartoondd. There we have a $5 tier that gets you stickers, pins, access to our Discord, bonus episodes, and extended audio episodes. We have a website, cartoondumpsterdive.com. There you can send requests for a cartoon you want us to cover, 2 cartoons to go head-to-head in a junkyard brawl, or anything else. Maybe you want us to do a live-action movie based off of an animated series before we put it behind a paywall in our bonus episodes. We have a Twitter handle, CartoonDD. We are Cartoon Dumpster Dive on all other social medias. If you'd like to send us an email, you can send that to cartoondumpsterdive@gmail.com. And as always, we appreciate a 5-star review on the podcasting platform of your choice. It always helps us out in the algorithm, so we don't have to go to the FCC and tell us that we are an educational and informative podcast and not get a tax break. See ya.
See you guys.
Worst catchphrase ever.
Great intro.
Thank you.
Great intro. But man, it is just so...
It's so terrible.
This has been a Lugho podcast.